Do you want to change your life? Do you want to break free from the chains of your old limitations and step into a new, empowered version of yourself? The truth is, your life is not defined by the circumstances you face or the challenges you encounter. Your life is defined by one thing, and that one thing is your identity. Identity shapes everything. It shapes how you see the world, how you react to it, and most importantly, it shapes how you show up every single day. Your identity is a story you tell yourself over and over until it becomes the lens through which you view everything in your life. If you're stuck in a pattern of frustration, fear, or failure, it's because your identity is tied to that story. But here's the powerful truth: you can rewrite that story. You see, the moment you shift your identity, you shift your reality. If you've been living as someone who doubts themselves, someone who feels small or stuck, that's not who you really are. That's a past version of you. And the past does not define your future. The story you tell yourself today will become your story tomorrow. But to change your story, you must first master your state. State is the condition of your mind and body in any given moment. It's your emotional state, your physical state, your mental state. And here's the thing: you can control it. You can shift from a state of frustration to a state of power, from a state of doubt to a state of unshakable confidence, from a state of fear to a state of unstoppable action. Now, let me give you the most powerful tool you can use to do this: focus. Focus is what shapes your state. If you focus on your problems, on your fears, on your limitations, you will remain stuck in a state of worry and anxiety. But if you shift your focus to what you want, to your possibilities, to the actions that will lead you to your goals, you instantly elevate your state. This is where the magic happens. Your focus determines your emotions, your focus shapes your actions, and your actions determine your results. So if you want to change your life, you must begin by changing your focus. And when you change your focus, you can change your state. And when you master your state, nothing can stop you. But it's not just about mental focus. Your body plays a huge role too. Your body is a direct reflection of your state. When you slouch, when you shrink, when you close yourself off, you are telling your brain that you're defeated. But when you stand tall, when you open your chest, when you breathe deeply, you're sending signals to your mind that you're in control. Your body language is powerful, and it has a direct impact on your emotional state. Stand tall, move with energy, walk like you're the person you've always wanted to become. Now, think about this: the story you've been telling yourself, the story that has kept you in a state of limitation or fear, can change in an instant. The moment you decide to focus on what you can control, on what is possible, on what you desire, you unlock a new state. And from that new state, you can create a new identity, a true identity, the one you were always meant to step into. This is not about wishful thinking. This is not about hoping things will change. This is about actively and powerfully mastering your state, controlling your focus, and living in alignment with the identity of the person you know you can be. So today, right now, take control of your state. Shift your focus, stand tall, and step into the powerful, confident version of yourself. You are more than capable of mastering your life because you have the tool, the power of focus, and the ability to change your identity at any moment. Your identity is the lens through which you view the world. It defines how you perceive yourself, how you believe others perceive you, and ultimately how you interact with everything around you. The way you see the world and the way you show up in it is directly influenced by the story you tell yourself about who you are. If you identify as someone who is unsuccessful, incapable, or undeserving of greatness, your actions, choices, and behaviors will align with those beliefs. You'll unconsciously seek out experiences that reaffirm that story, reinforcing your self-image and keeping you stuck in a cycle of limitation. On the flip side, when you identify as someone who is powerful, resourceful, and capable of overcoming challenges, your thoughts, feelings, and actions will reflect that belief. You'll show up in the world with confidence, resilience, and a sense of possibility. Your identity becomes the filter that determines what opportunities you notice, what risks you're willing to take, and how you respond to adversity. This means that by shifting your identity, you can shift your entire experience of reality. If you begin to see yourself as someone who is constantly growing, learning, and evolving, you'll start to attract circumstances and outcomes that match that belief. Your identity, whether consciously or unconsciously, dictates your actions and reactions. It shapes your reality because it shapes how you engage with the world and how you interpret every situation. Your state of mind is the foundation upon which your actions are built. When you are in a positive, empowered state of mind, you are more likely to take proactive steps, make confident decisions, and move toward your goals with enthusiasm and clarity. On the other hand, when you are in a negative or disempowered state, such as feeling anxious, fearful, or defeated, your actions become inhibited. You may procrastinate, avoid challenges, or even self-sabotage without realizing it. The way you feel mentally and emotionally directly impacts the quality and effectiveness of what you do. If your mind is consumed with self-doubt or worry, you might hesitate before making decisions, overthink opportunities, or freeze in moments that demand action. A negative state clouds your judgment and prevents you from seeing solutions or opportunities. However, when your mind is focused, positive, and calm, you move with purpose and clarity, seizing opportunities and making the most out of any situation. Think about it. When you feel confident and optimistic, you are naturally more motivated to take bold actions. You are open to learning from mistakes, seeing setbacks as growth opportunities, and believing that success is within reach. But when you are stuck in a negative mental state, even the smallest obstacles feel insurmountable, and you may avoid acting altogether. In this way, your state of mind is the key driver of the choices you make and the actions you take, ultimately determining the direction of your life. The power of controlling your emotional state lies in its ability to shape every aspect of your life. Emotions are the driving force behind your decisions, actions, and reactions. When you are in a state of calm, confidence, or excitement, you approach challenges with clarity, creativity, and resilience. However, when you are overwhelmed by fear, frustration, or stress, your ability to think clearly, make rational decisions, and act effectively diminishes. Mastering your emotional state allows you to respond to situations rather than react impulsively. It gives you the freedom to choose how you want to feel and, in turn, how you want to act. For instance, if a setback occurs, instead of falling into despair or anger, you can shift your emotions to gratitude, curiosity, or determination. This shift empowers you to find solutions, take constructive actions, and stay focused on your long-term goals rather than being consumed by temporary emotional states. Emotional control doesn't mean suppressing feelings or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It means understanding and managing your emotions in a way that serves you, rather than letting them control you. It means recognizing that, while you cannot always control external events, you can always control your response. By mastering your emotional state, you gain control over your life. You create a foundation of mental strength and emotional resilience that enables you to thrive, no matter what challenges you face. Shifting from a victim mentality to a victor mindset is one of the most powerful transformations you can make. A victim mentality keeps you trapped in the belief that life happens to you, that external circumstances, other people, or even the world itself are to blame for your struggles and failures. This mindset fosters feelings of helplessness, frustration, and resignation, leaving you stuck in a cycle of blame and inaction. When you identify as a victim, you focus on the problems, the obstacles, and the things you can't control. You believe that your circumstances define you, and as a result, you feel powerless to change them. In contrast, a victor mindset is rooted in empowerment. It acknowledges that while we can't always control the external world, we always have control over how we respond to it. A victor takes full responsibility for their life, believing that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Instead of focusing on limitations, they look for solutions. Instead of dwelling on setbacks, they learn from them and move forward. This shift in perspective unlocks endless possibilities, turning adversity into fuel for progress. By adopting a victor mindset, you change your focus from "why is this happening to me" to "what can I learn from this and how can I use it to grow?" This mindset enables you to approach life with resilience, confidence, and determination, knowing that you have the power to shape your future no matter what challenges arise. Your past, no matter how filled with mistakes, setbacks, or missed opportunities, does not define who you are or limit what you can achieve in the future. Often we let our past experiences shape our identity, carrying with us beliefs of inadequacy or failure. We hold on to the idea that because something didn't work out before, it will never work out again. But this is a lie. The truth is that the past is simply a series of events that have already happened, and it cannot be changed. What you can change, however, is how you choose to view it and how you use it moving forward. The key to moving beyond your past is realizing that you have the power to rewrite your story. Every moment is a new opportunity to make different choices, take different actions, and shift your mindset. The person you were yesterday does not have to be the person you are today or the person you will be tomorrow. Your past doesn't have to determine your worth or your potential. Each day is a blank slate, and with every choice you make, you are building your future. By shifting your focus from what you didn't achieve to what you can still accomplish, you give yourself the freedom to grow and evolve. Let go of the stories of the past that have kept you stagnant and embrace the possibility of reinvention. The future is unwritten and you have the pen in your hand. The power of focus is one of the most transformative tools you can master in your life. Focus is the key to unlocking your potential because it determines where your energy, attention, and resources go. In a world full of distractions, maintaining focus is often the difference between success and stagnation. When you are focused, you channel your energy toward what truly matters, allowing you to make progress in areas that align with your goals and values. Focus allows you to break through overwhelm and take meaningful action. When you spread your attention too thin, you become scattered and ineffective, unable to complete tasks with clarity or depth. But when you focus, you sharpen your mind and increase your productivity. You can make better decisions, tackle challenges with confidence, and move forward with purpose. Focus helps you cut through the noise, allowing you to prioritize what truly drives you. Focus shapes your emotional and mental state. It shifts you from a place of uncertainty or confusion to one of clarity and certainty. By focusing on solutions rather than problems, opportunities instead of obstacles, you rewire your brain to think more positively and act with greater determination. When you control where you place your attention, you control your experience. The tool of focus empowers you to direct your thoughts and actions in a way that propels you toward your desired outcomes, no matter how big or small the goal. One of the most powerful shifts you can make in life is to focus on what you can control, not on what you can't. It's easy to become consumed by external circumstances, things beyond your control, like other people's actions, the economy, or global events. When you direct your energy toward these things, you only create frustration, stress, and a sense of helplessness. You become a passive observer of your life, waiting for things to change instead of taking charge of the aspects you can influence. The truth is, there will always be things outside of your control, but there is always something you can control: your mindset, your actions, and your response to situations. Focusing on these areas empowers you to take ownership of your life. You control your thoughts, your beliefs, and how you choose to react to challenges. The more you focus on your internal world, the more you cultivate resilience, strength, and clarity. When you stop wasting energy on things you can't control, you free yourself to take meaningful action in areas where you can make a difference. Whether it's your health, relationships, career, or personal development, the power lies in your ability to make decisions and move forward with intention. By focusing on what's within your power, you reduce anxiety and overwhelm, and instead you create a sense of purpose and direction that propels you toward the future you desire. Self-talk and mental rehearsal are incredibly powerful tools that shape your mindset and ultimately determine your success. The way you talk to yourself internally influences your confidence, motivation, and overall mental state. Positive self-talk can inspire you to take bold actions, while negative self-talk can keep you stuck in fear or doubt. When you consistently tell yourself you're capable, strong, and resourceful, your brain begins to believe it, and your actions will reflect that belief. Conversely, when you focus on self-criticism and limiting thoughts, you program your mind to see obstacles rather than opportunities. Mental rehearsal, on the other hand, is like a practice run for your future. By vividly imagining yourself succeeding in your goals, whether it's performing well in a presentation, excelling in a job interview, or overcoming a difficult situation, you train your brain to be prepared for success. Just like athletes visualize winning a race or scoring a goal, mental rehearsal allows you to build confidence and reduce anxiety by mentally practicing the desired outcome. It aligns your thoughts, emotions, and physical responses so that when the actual event takes place, you feel more grounded, focused, and capable. Together, self-talk and mental rehearsal help you rewire your subconscious mind, replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. They allow you to cultivate an inner dialogue of possibility, turning your dreams into attainable goals and shaping your actions in alignment with your desired outcomes. When used consistently, these tools become the foundation for transformation and success. Your physical posture and body language have a profound impact on your emotional and mental state. The way you carry yourself not only communicates something to the world, but also sends powerful signals to your brain, influencing how you feel and how you think. When you slouch, hunch over, or shrink your body, you are signaling to your mind that you're defeated, insecure, or lacking energy. This negative body language can create a feedback loop, reinforcing feelings of anxiety, fear, or doubt. You begin to feel smaller, less confident, and disconnected from your inner power. On the other hand, when you stand tall, shoulders back, chest open, and move with purpose, you instantly begin to shift your internal state. Strong, upright posture communicates to your brain that you are in control, capable, and confident. It primes you to take action with clarity and assertiveness. Research shows that power poses such as standing with your hands on your hips or stretching your arms wide can increase levels of testosterone, the hormone associated with strength and confidence, while lowering cortisol, the stress hormone. This means that simply changing your body language can reduce stress and make you feel more empowered. Body language is a direct reflection of your state, but it also has the ability to shape it. When you align your physical presence with the mindset and emotions you want to cultivate, you create a harmonious connection between your body and mind, enhancing your overall well-being and ability to succeed. Creating a new narrative is one of the most empowering steps you can take to transform your life. The stories we tell ourselves shape our reality. If your narrative is built on past mistakes, failures, or limitations, it can keep you trapped in a cycle of self-doubt and frustration. However, by rewriting your personal story, you reclaim control over your future and create the possibility for growth and success. The first step in creating a new narrative is recognizing that the past does not have to define who you are. Every mistake, failure, or setback you've experienced is not a reflection of your worth, but rather an opportunity for growth. When you shift the focus from what went wrong to what you learned, you empower yourself to move forward with wisdom and resilience. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become the author of your own story. Start by envisioning the person you want to become and the life you want to create. What does your ideal future look like? How do you feel, act, and think? Once you've identified your vision, begin speaking and acting in alignment with it. Every thought, word, and action can be part of the new narrative you're crafting. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Shift your language from negative to positive, and take actions that reflect the person you are becoming. As you consistently live into this new story, you begin to see tangible changes in your life. The power to change your life lies within you. Every moment is an opportunity to shift your identity, master your state, and take control of your destiny. By focusing on what you can control, choosing empowering self-talk, and aligning your actions with the vision of the person you are becoming, you have the ability to transform your reality. Your past does not define you, your emotions do not control you, and your circumstances do not dictate your future. You are the creator of your life story, and it's time to write a new chapter filled with possibility, confidence, and success. Embrace the power you have within and step into the greatness that awaits you. Your journey starts now.